Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the invasion teams, high, mid, and low, and the weekly preview. So the Soulforge, the event key drop table, the Glory Shop, the Epic Trials, PvP, you know the drill. Let me get the stream set up. I'll put in chapters so you can skip this stuff and get to the whatever you want to see. If you want to see invasion, high team, I'll have a chapter. If you want to see the Soulforge, I'll have a chapter. If you want to see the Epic Trials, I'll have a chapter. You can just click on it. Just click on it. Trying to set this thing up though. Alright, got my thumbnail. Let's do playlists. Done. Save. Come on. Don't be dumb. Let's jump into the chat while it's being dumb. It's being a dum-dum. Alright. Got that there. So what do we got today? We got Riddle Me This. But we're going to do Invasion first. Right here. Remember, Invasion's one of the easiest guild events there is. They give you everything you need to do well. You could buy 3 of the Invasion troop and the Invasion weapon, and I'm sure you're going to be fine. They just hand you everything you need. Of course, you can do better. You could do some quick team early and then switch into that later. So that's what we'll be doing. We got Sauna, Funky Town, Texas, Stacy, and Tyrion Shark. Good to see ya. A little bit grumpy today. I'll try not to be grumpy on here. It's Monday. I got tons of crap to do, and people keep adding more to my plate. Like dumb stuff. Like, I don't have time. Come on. There we go. You okay? You got it? Are you alright? Can you do it? Oh, you can. Are you sure? Oh, there you go. I think they changed the Epic Trial team. Keytar was one of the hardest ones. Back when they first started doing Epic Trials, it was like Keytar and Pan's Veil. But it looks like they changed the team, so that's a good thing. I also saw one thing that's in the Soulforge that looks pretty good. We'll talk about that in a minute. Nothing wants to save. That's cool. Trying to get rid of the description so I can start on the chapters. Alright, we're going to put intro. Intro 0000. So, the very first chapter, you can click on it, and you'll skip all this stuff. So I don't feel so bad about setting up the stream, because there's chapters, and you can skip this stuff. But yeah, let's go straight to the invasion. Be guild. Actually, first thing, like always, not that. You want to go to the shop, grab the Spoils of War. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Yep. Alright. Spoils of War, you always grab no matter who you are. Then you got the troop here. This might be useful in the event. You never know. So we'll grab it. The Gyno. We'll see if that's good in the event. We'll go over it later. I'll grab my mail so I got more gems for the event. I'm pretty low, but I'm almost to the point where I've got everything I need, and I'm going to start heading back the other direction. So I'm not super worried about my gem stack at the moment, because I'm almost there. I got all the Epic Trial pets. I'm super close to Stellarix, and then I can repair my gem stack. Of course, they give me something I want here. Oh well. And yeah. Invasion. Alright, so let's put a chapter, Invasion, start. Why is it doing this? Doesn't like me doing chapters for y'all. My studio doesn't like to update anymore. Wow, it didn't do anything. Maybe I'll just do... Maybe I won't hit save. It'll be a big waste of time if it doesn't save at the end, but... Maybe I can copy-paste it, you know? So I'm going to enter the chapters. I won't click save. And then before we end the stream, I'll copy paste. I'll like copy it, and then I'll hit save. And if it doesn't save, I can paste it and try again. So I'm gonna be smart. So you might not be able to click them right now, but after the stream's over, hopefully they're there. I'm trying. All right, invasion. So yeah, the tower. It's kind of like raids, but easier. Raids, you have one boss that you can one-shot with the troop, like the main boss killer, and the troop that they give you in the shop. This one, you end up with 4 of them. So they give you a troop that can one-shot the thing. That's going to be every single enemy at the end. So pretty easy. First thing you want to do is go to the shop and buy up to the weapon. But also keep in mind, are you going to get multiples of the tower killer or what? Let's do the 6-minute mark for this one. Six minutes. But yeah, invasions like raids, pretty much, except for easier. It's all the enemies at the end are going to be the one that you can one-shot. All towers. They're giving you a tower killer that has double magic and it's built around one-shotting these towers. And then they give you a weapon. Usually that's a good mana generator. So exploding brown gems, usually a good mana generator for the event as well. So you end up with something like tower killer, weapon, tower killer, tower killer. And that's like the no-brainer if you're able to buy multiples of the troop. So that's what we're going to do first, is buy up to the weapon. We'll see where that gets us. You do that in almost every event. Like, why not? Why not buy up to the weapon? You're going to want that weapon later for collection purposes, if nothing else. So why not get all this other stuff while you're buying it? You're in a guild. You want all the rewards, right? You want to do your share for the guild. It just makes sense to buy up to the weapon. We got the Stone Cutter. Explode brown gems. Grant a random stat effect to all monster allies and summon a monster troop. And now we go see, is that enough? We need to buy more? Probably. So I think I only got like 1 copy. Let's see what we're working with here. Got Arachnian Weaver. What are we? Monsters. Alright, Arachnian Weaver is good. Megavore might be okay. Super later. Maybe. Scorpius. Crimson Bat. Grimfeather. Shoggoth. You know I like Shoggoth. Great Maw if you're having trouble maybe and you want a tank that devours. I don't know if the towers can be devoured though. Got the Gyno. Ocularin. Just taking a look at all these. Got Lasher if you're low level, maybe. There's the other Sphinx. Got the Gyno and the War. And yeah, I don't know. So where's our tower killer? What's it called again? It's the Hippo. Where's our Hippo? Let's just do upgradable. There it is. So it deals damage to an enemy if they're a tower. Deal 3 times to 5 times damage based on my Ascension. Submerge 2 allies. So not a good one. It's not one like in the future that you're going to want to use because all it does is submerge 2 allies, which towers don't even do like AoE damage, so not very helpful there. But we're going to throw this over, but let's maybe... We need either the blue orbit. It's up to you. Do you want to just buy up to the weapon and then blue orb this thing? Or do you want to just get multiple copies? I think either way you have to orbit though, right? Like to save gems. So I think we orbit and then we buy more copies. But you can do it a couple different ways. You can just orbit here and just stay at the weapon and save yourself some gems. Like if you have more orbs than gems, you would just orbit and stay right here if you don't want multiple copies. Because I think there's an... Isn't there another, like... tower killer? See it? No. There might be another tower killer. Sometimes there is. So for the super cheap option, you would just buy up to the weapon. You would orbit. And then swear. Sometimes you do. Right here. And this one's actually better because it does something you might. But it doesn't have double magic. So don't think like I'm going to use all Sharptooth and none of the... You have to, first of all, to get extra points. You have to use the Hippo. Second of all, the Hippo hits way harder because it's dealing double spell damage or something like that, or magic, or whatever it is. So it hits way harder. But this is an option. If you're trying to do it as cheaply as possible, you could just do the Hippo, you know, orbit, get it fully ascended, fully traded, just get one of them, and then use the Sharptooth as your other two if you're going to do the 3 invasion troops against the towers at the end. So you could do the Hippo, the weapon, Sharptooth, Sharptooth, or something like that. Maybe another mana generator on the end, whatever you want to do. Like, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to buy up, and like I probably need to do that because I'm low on gems, like the Sharptooth thing, and not use multiple copies. So maybe I will. Thinking my way through it. Alright, let's just orbit and stay on the weapon. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to do this as cheap as I can. Since my... Whoa, look at my gems there. Stage 1 reward. It's all weird. That ×5 gem. Anyway. What are we going to do early, though? I'm going to wipe stuff out quickly. Alright, so we have to do the Hippo. Let's level it up. Let's go ahead and ascend it. And now we do this. So, that has to be on our team. There it goes. Base rarity. Alright, we need something that hits all enemies early, probably. Crimson Bat, I guess, maybe early, like super early. I bet you it falls off like super quick, though. So you would have to switch out of it pretty quickly. I wouldn't be using this for super long, but it might be good like really early to blow through like the super early battles. It's only a legendary. Then our weapon. This will be the fast team, like the fast early team. We got blue and blue. Maybe Osha's Tome? No yellow yet? Of course, you can always do the wand. I just don't think the wand's always the best option. Like, it's the no-brainer. Like, if you don't want to think about stuff, you can just throw the wand on there. But whenever I make a team, I'm trying to make it the best I can make it. So I'm not always just like, oh, whatever. I'll just throw the wand on there. So what else? Double Crimson Bat? That might be okay. That would take it further. Centurigon is not the answer unless you're putting skulls on the board. See if we have any other, like, mana generator. It's that or we use a weapon. Like, we could use a weapon that does damage. Like, you could use your red macaque. I think we have access to all the weapons. So if I was going to use Crimson Bat early, I'd probably use the red macaque too. And then something else for mana generation, maybe. Which would be what, though? There's nothing you want to use the weapon to mana generate. You got to think about, you need mana generation and you need damage. Like, if you just have all damage, it's going to be slow. Like, it's going to take forever to get stuff up. So you need a mix of both. You never just want to have only damage. But there's like no good mana generation options. Like Pygra's okay. Makes a Firestorm for Crimson Bat. It's got a summon. Could do Gyno. Maybe Gyno and like Crimson Bat or Osha's Tome, but they both use the same mana colors. I hate that so much, but sometimes it is what it is. Shoggoth is always good. I think you could throw that on any team here. Would be helpful. Now maybe I would want to use the wand. Let me put Crimson Bat in first slot. Wand it up in second slot, maybe. And we don't even need this troop early. It's just, it has to be on the team for our score. So you throw it on the bottom. Later on, you might want to throw it on the top so it can do some skull damage to the towers. But early on, you could just throw it on the bottom like a dingleberry hanging off the bottom of your team. I think I'm going to do something like this. But then that's like all in on Crimson Bat with no other damage source. Maybe just take this off and do 2 Crimson Bats. Thinking my way through it here, sorry. Where's it at? Oh, Balgstrider's a good mana generator. Balgstrider. But for the early ones, I'm gonna do this, I think. Now we got all blue. And lots of red. So we can go blue and red. Right there. Sunken Banner. Class. Huh. What about class? I'm not gonna like any of it because it's all blue and red, and I'll probably just level a class. You guys can do whatever you want for class. Just any 50%, any 50% start. I'm gonna level Necromancer. This would be my early team. Like, hey, just go as fast as you can to get to the 4 towers. Like, whenever the Crimson Bat stops 2-shotting, you stop doing this. And we'll do some other teams. So this is the early fast team, not the high level, mid level, or low level. It's the early fast. So we'll put that early fast at the 18. I'm not going to save it. I'm just going to wait. Alright, did I miss anything? Did I forget anything? I got the troop. It's fully ascended, fully traded. It's on my team. We're good to go. Let's see how this goes. So we'll just see how far this can take us. Just want to get these early ones out of the way. See what y'all are saying. Sorry, Lasana with the gifted. Chad with the 2, running out there. Butt crack is showing. Rag in his back pocket. Sana brings out the suspenders to keep his pants up. Get that engine started. This is how a lot of events, if you just want to get everything done as quick as possible, you're doing a fast team early, and then you switch into something else later. Whether it's a high team, mid team, low team. The easiest thing to do is would probably be, if you have all the gems in the world, just Crimson Bats until they fall off, and then do the triple tower killer. Just ignore skulls. You got Sano, celebrate good times. Oh yeah, Funky Town, good day. Lurkin, you're at work, have a good day. Stacy, good morning. Funky Town says hi. Tyrion Shark, Mark, hey Livewire, hello. Mark says, should I craft Leonis Empire just for event? I still haven't crafted it because I didn't know if I would use it. You talking about the tower thing? I think everybody gets the tower eventually. We'll see. Is that a Soulforge question? Supernova. Stacy says Crimson Bat helped me out, but I have him fully leveled, traded, and medaled. Supernova says I used Wand ×2, Siege Breakers, and Megavore with Thief class. He said I got the first 5 stage rewards this morning. Well, Megavore's not gonna, like, do what the Crimson Bat's doing. It's only gonna one-shot. It'll strip all their armor. That'd be helpful later. But for now, it's like, pfft, get out of here. Come on, game. Efley's here. Supernova says I was banking on double or triple assassination kills. Oh, like the 8% thing? Ready? Brr. Mark says, can you sell me some of your orbs? I wish. I really would. Oh, Tim got gifted. I haven't seen Tim in a minute. He does come around every once in a while, though, so... I don't think he plays very much anymore, but he comes around just to say what's up, which I appreciate. Shout out to Tim. U7. We talk a little bit on Discord. You don't want to see us crack? Well, bring out those suspenders. Brian says, starting to get burned out on Gems of War. I'm just getting tired of grinding on the tasks. I was feeling that this weekend. I took 2 days off. That's the best way to not get burned out. It's weird. The best way to not get burned out is to play every day. Isn't that strange? Because I was getting burned out this weekend. I had to do that whole quest. It was way longer than I remembered. It was way longer than I thought. And it's not like it was hard or anything. It's just like you have to skip all the text. And then you have to go into a battle. Eventually, like, Rowan doesn't one-shot. Even Diamantina doesn't one-shot. And I was like, geez, is this ever going to end? What am I on right now? 3? I'm on the 3rd? This is taking forever. Like, man, I shouldn't have skipped Wednesday and Thursday. Best way to play this game, if you want to play it for the long haul, is to break everything out over 7 days and never miss a day. If you miss a day, now you just screwed up. Like, Saturday and Sunday, you're going to have a heck of a time. And you're going to hate life. Because you're going to want to get everything done, but it's that or you don't get everything done and you feel just as crappy. But I guess you could just, like, not care 1 week and then start caring the next week. That's not... You know, you could do that, I guess. As long as you stay in your guild. You're going to miss things. You're going to end up not having a certain weapon, or you're going to end up not getting a certain pet, or whatever. So you're going to miss things, and it's going to take forever to get those things. So that's why I recommend if you're going to play this game at all, you should play it every single day for a certain amount of time. And like, if you're going to go PvP to 5,700, break it up over 7 days. Divide the 5,700 by 7. If you miss a day, it's terrible. You have to, like, do way more. If you miss 2 days, it's twice as bad. Obviously. You're under Spire, you know. Do 7 torches a day. Don't let them all stack up and try to do it all Sunday. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to be doing Bounty and under Spire and maybe PvP. And so it's strange, but the best way to not burn out is to play every day, which you think would be the opposite. Then you can play less every day instead of cramming everything into 2-3 days and you're, like, annoyed. I bet there's people out there that just don't play sometimes. Some days. Obviously. I play every single day, so I don't even really think about it. But I could imagine it'd be difficult. That's how they're making this game. They're forcing you to play every single day. And everything's built around you playing every single day. If you ever want Diamantina or Stellarix, you have to play every single day. If you ever want a Sentinel, you have to play every single day. If you want the Horde Mimic Mythic, you have to play every single day. Like, it's no question. You can't go on the forums and complain if you're just playing 3 days a week. They're totally building this game to make you play every day. Everything they're doing is tailored around you playing for a certain amount of time a day. So it's like a job. Like a hour and a half a day job. depending on what you do and who you are. For some people, it might be 2 hours. For some people, it might be 1 hour. But I feel you, Brian. A lot of people get burned out. Mark says, Soulforge question. We'll get there. Supernova says, I got all tasks done without even realizing it. Nice. Yeah, I'm about to do the same, but I need to show some other teams, I guess. Just trying to make it into the towers a little bit. Kind of want to see when Crimson Bat stops one-shotting. We got our niches on, that's good. Just double checking. I need to save enough sigils to show 3 other teams. So the advice for this one is take this until Crimson Bat stops two-shotting. Just kind of going to be a minute, because they're going to have 116 life for it to not two-shot. So everybody that was saying Crimson Bat early, shout out to you, because I think it's the best way to go. Brian says, oh, I did use Mandragora and PvP Purple with combination Elementalist, Purple Doom, Polearm, Void Dragon, Mandragora, Leprechaun. Cool. Probably could have done something better, but that's fine. I think Void Dragon and Doomed Vulge could probably do anything in Purple that you wouldn't even need the Mandragora. I just do Diamantina in Purple or Stellarix. If I had Stellarix, I would do Stellarix. Sometimes it's not like that troops aren't good or decent. It's that there's always something better, so you're never going to use it. So sometimes when I poop on a troop, it's not because in a vacuum it's bad or whatever. It's that I know in my head that I'm never going to use it. So why would I recommend somebody else to get it if me myself am never going to use it? Of course, you can force any troop onto any team. You can always do Thrall, Leprechaun, and Wand with whatever you want. You can do Stellarix with whatever you want. Every single new mythic that comes into the game, you can put it with Wand and Stellarix and say it's a team. But nobody's going to do it. For real. And if you want to make the best teams, there's always a better option than Mandragora. I would rather double Void Dragon, or Stellarix, or Diamantina, or Secra, or something. It's like the new Mythic. Nobody's going to do the triple Takshaka thing. I guarantee going forward on any other stream you see, no one will do that. Nobody will do it. It's a thing. You could do it, but it's very expensive, and it's a very expensive thing to do to get up a very expensive mythic. Mandragora, I just never thought I need web. You know what I need right now? I need to web them. Dang, it's still one-shotting. Efley says if Cinny quits streaming, this becomes a 3-hour-a-day job for me. Becomes a 0-hour-a-day job for me if I quit streaming. March has been going well, so there's not even a hint of me quitting at the moment. We even had some good train business on the Elden Ring the other day. Surprising. We beat like a crazy boss. Some of y'all were there. It's pretty fun. I always think Elden Ring's fun. The streams. You're missing out if you're not watching it. Even if you don't play that game. I'm running around in my panties, cursing, dying, yelling, screeching, calling myself an idiot. We finally didn't one-shot. So we'll just take it to there, and now we'll try to think up some other teams. So this could be considered the mid-level team too. Because why would you stop? I mean, it could be the high-level team. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to make like a bunch of teams. Well, let's try to make like a low-level team with no Crimson Bat and no Wand. I might just call that the mid and high-level team, because that's... Why would you stop doing that? Well, we gotta make a low-level team. For the people that don't have Crimson Bat, you gotta think about them. So I don't think any of these mythics are gonna be better than a Crimson Bat. I like Shoggoth. If you don't have a Crimson Bat, maybe plug in Shoggoth instead. It'll take like one more cast to do the thing, but a little alternative. And if you don't have the wand, you could do Osha's Tome, Shoggoth, the Priestess. Now you have a full blue team. But since Crimson Bat is a legendary, that pretty much covers high and low, and high and mid. And fast. But if you're a low-level player, you should probably do the Sharp Fang. I hope you have it. I know it's not easy, but to have some of these things sometimes. What the heck is it? But if you're participating in every event, you would have it. If not, you could buy further up in the shop. What's the new weapon again? It's gotta be from, is it from Kitar or not? Here it is. And we have a lot of brown on our team. Something like that if I was a low-level player. If you don't have 2 Sharp Tooths, do another Priestess. If you don't have, let's say you have 1 Sharp Tooth and 1 Priestess, you could do Bog Strider. Help you get up. As far as class, you know you got a lot of brown on your team, so just do Titan. And then Banner, red, and probably brown. And then we just gotta find a color 2-, like purple. Meteor Banner. This would be the low-level team. No mythics, no legendaries, no wand. 33, 45-ish. See how it goes. I think Sharptooth is better than this Priestess. But the Priestess hits harder, so you want it in first slot. Yeah, Red Macaco instead of like the second Crimson Bat, I think that'd be great. You still need mana generation, so if you're gonna do, anytime you do the Red Macaco, you and like say I used Wand, and you want to use Red Macaco instead, you're taking mana generation off of your team, so you got to add it somehow. You can't just directly replace Wand with the Red Macaco. Like you're gonna have to end up more like replace the second Crimson Bat with the Red Macaco, and then replace the Wand with Bog Strider or some mana generator. Remember, you can't just put all damage on your team. You're going to be sitting there picking your nose for 3 turns trying to get up. And we don't want to do that. You could have all the damage in the world, but if you're just standing there staring at the enemy for 2-3 turns, you know? It's not as good. Oops. This would work better when we have all towers. But I just want to show it before I run out of sigils. We got this and that. I don't even know if I would do this like super early if I was low level. But this would be like the late team for the low level people. And you definitely wouldn't lose. Like even if you use this the whole entire time, you're not going to lose. And it'll work better. The more towers you got, the better it will be. If I was like super early, maybe Lasher. Like say you're a low level player and you're just trying to get through the early battles. I mean, you got Shoggoth, who's an underworld, easy to get legendary. Easier to get than Crimson Bat. So if you got that, use it. For the early ones. Maybe even the late ones. And then a Lithian Servitor could maybe get you through a little bit. The Gyno's not too bad as for mana generation. Pygra's not too bad for mana generation. And then like Lasher. Just trying to give you more options. You know, Cockatrice could probably help you out a little bit. Mana generation. Bog Strider is amazing. Rockworm, you could do like 3 Rockworms with the Priestess. If you're really down bad, and all you got's commons. But yeah. Did I show the team code for the other one? I hope I did. Probably didn't though. It's Crimson Bat Wand, Crimson Bat Priestess. That's what I would do. This is super easy, so everybody's going to be fine. I don't think towers are out here killing anybody. I don't think anybody's out here losing to towers, you know? So that's the invasion. That's what I would recommend. The teddy bear. Did you use Theodorovich with him? Yeah, I agree, Stacy. If I didn't have my YouTube channel, I would not play this game. Especially after all these years and how in the direction it's going. Not like I dislike it or anything. I like it. It's probably top 10 for me. It's fun. I like the game. But after all these years and how much time it takes out of my day, if I didn't have YouTube, I wouldn't play it. Supernova says when I got to 4 towers, I put Wand in 3rd slot for extra skull damage. Yep. You want that Priestess in 1st slot if you have if you're on 4 towers, so you can crunch them in one shot with the skulls too. Yeah, Elden Ring is fun. Supernova says Macaco, Ridgeback, Siegebreaker, and Crimson Bat. Why Ridgeback? Could probably do Bog Strider. Anyway, let's do the weekly preview. I'll put in a chapter. I hope they save. Weekly preview start. 39:15. You can use anything in this game if you really want to. If you like the way a troop looks, just use it. That's just not how I play the game. Riddles me this. New epic troop, Gyno Sphinx. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Invasion, help your guild defeat enemy towers this week. Build a team from a troop type monster and invade every day. New mythic troop, Tak Shaka, exclusive to Glory Gym, Guild, and VIP chest for 1 week only. I like it. I think you should get it. It's good. The Labyrinth tablet for 13 more days. Potentially an update after that. Events, Week of Keytar. All Keytar troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Monster, all monsters gain 10% to their skills. And bonus souls if you use Gyno in PvP and Explore. Let's go to the Soulforge. troops. Alright, let's put another chapter. Soulforge. 40-30. Alright, let's see what's in here. We got a Ravatar. Shade of Zorn. Queen of Sin. And Guard's Avatar. Guard's Avatar is definitely the best thing in here. It's not a top 10 mythic, though. It's a very nice to have mythic for Tuesday faction events, weekend faction events, to just go quickly and get it done whenever there's a yellow or brown option. So you can use Sir Quentin Hadley. If you don't have Sir Quentin Hadley, I don't use Guard's Avatar unless I can use Sir Quentin Hadley too. So this is the best thing in here. It's probably a top 20. Go check out my top 20 mythics that I did at the end of 2023. I think he made the top 20. 24, red, yellow, brown, white helm, divine knight, deal damage to all enemies boosted by my armor, burn, undead, and silence demon enemies. No good traits, but you can boost it with armor, which is like one of the best, easiest stats to boost stuff with, boost your damage. And, you know, Sir Quentin Hadley, 50% start, guard medals, Shield of Erskaya, super fast. And it's the completely opposite colors of Rowan. So it covers 5 colors. If you have Rowan in this, you don't ever have to think about anything unless it's just purple. But it's always purple and something. So if it's purple and brown, you're good to go. If it's purple and yellow, you're good to go. If it's purple and green, you're good to go. If it's purple and blue, you're good to go. The only combination where you're not good to go is purple and red. Then you gotta think of something different. Like Void Dragon. Then you can just do the Doomed Volge and Void Dragon, or Diamantina or Stellarix or something if you got the purple. And also with purple, you got Thrall and Leprechaun, so you can just do Thrall and Leprechaun and your best damage dealer. So all of that said, you got everything covered. Rowan, Guard's Avatar, and then whatever you do for purple. So it's nice to have, so you can have all those tools in your tool belt. Now you got an option for every faction whenever it pops up on Tuesday or the weekend. So it's top 20. It's not amazing. It's not top 10. You know, it's not as good as Diamantina or Stellarix or Tesla or, you know, but it's good and it's nice to have. Second, definitely not Shade of Zorn. Shade of Zorn is one of the worst in the game. Ravatar or Queen of Sin. Maybe Queen of Sin, because she at least hits 2 enemies. 20, blue, green, yellow, Sinner Mirage, Daemon, Mystic, deal true damage to the first 2 enemies, summon Wrath or Lust, then bless all Daemon allies. Not a good one, no good traits, and I don't know. I just never ever use it. You got stuff out there hitting all the enemies with true damage, with good traits and stuff. Like Phoenix, for example, is better than this. You know, Scourge of Honor is better than this. Guard's Avatar is better than this. Like, there's so many things that are better than it. It just never gets used. So it's like an average mythic. Then you got a Ravatar, a kind of new mythic, a newer mythic. I think it was from a campaign, right? 22 green, purple, brown, Pride Lands, Divine Wildfolk. Deal true damage to an enemy. Boosted by my life. If the enemy dies, explode all Deathmark gems. I think that's the thing I was trying to think of the other day. Like doing some damage to one enemy and then if they die, explode. But you got the Arachnean Weaver. Like, why would you ever do this if you have Arachnean Weaver? Like, I don't understand. No, this thing's not good. I don't think anybody's using it right now. So, average to below average. Single target damage. And then Shade of Zorn is the worst mythic available this week in the Soulforge. 24 blue, red, purple, Groshnock, Undead Orc. Deal damage to 1 enemy, not even true. Boosted by red allies and skulls. If the enemy dies, summon 2 Fists of Zorn. Oh yeah. No good traits. It's one of the worst in the game. For a mythic. There's so many legendaries that are better than this. It's crazy. There's probably epics that are better than that. I'd rather have a common. I'd rather have Thrall than Shade of Zorn. So it's not good. So yeah, if you're gonna craft anything this week, it's Guard's Avatar. For legendaries, we got Jarl, Fire Mantle, Willow, Glaceon, and King Bloodhammer. So you got the double, you got the peanut butter and jelly sandwich right here. They go together. It's a team that a lot of people used to use like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. It's an old team. I used to use it all the time. Glaceon, King Bloodhammer. Still pretty fun. It still could be used, I guess, but there's always something else now. But yeah, Glaceon's probably the best thing for legendaries, and it's actually probably a top 10 legendary. There's a, I don't know. I'd have to re-rank the legendaries. But 20 purple, brown, Draxum, Daemon Monster, transform yellow gems to blue, and transform red gems to Doomskulls. Freeze the strongest enemy. And the 65% ice armor. You can see it goes well with this, which is 16 red, brown, Draxum, Undead Dwarf, because it deals damage to the 2 strongest enemies and transforms all blue gems to Doomskulls. And it has summon a Doomstorm when an enemy dies. So it's transforming those blues that Glaceon makes, yellow gems to blue. They just go good together. And I don't know. I don't know where they stand today, as there's so many other things now. It's like, is anybody out there really using Glaceon, King Bloodhammer anymore? But in a vacuum, it's a good team. King Bloodhammer's a little bit lower than Glaceon. Glaceon's probably a little bit better with that ice armor and the double conversion. Got Willow. At least it hits all enemies. And Jarl, another troop that used to be good, people used to use. They used to double up, triple up on it, make a bunch of red and yellow. Back when we didn't even know what an infinite loop was, we thought we were looping. So, you know, nothing terrible as far as legendaries go. But 3 old legendaries that don't get used much anymore. And then Willow. So yeah, if you're going to craft anything, it would be Guard's Avatar first and then Glaceon probably second. But not recommending it. Just wouldn't be horrible. We're doing a top 20 mythic and a maybe potentially borderline top 10 legendary. We got the Stonecutter. Don't get it here. Make sure you get it in the invasion event. Scarab Blade. That's purple. Undead. So if you missed that, there it is. Nothing crazy, but it's another explodey for your pile. Doomed Helm. Scythe of Kitar. Doom Plunger. Dead Gauntlet. Sometimes, every once in a while, blue and purple for undead. Doom Tome. Sinnycool, why were you so down on all the books? Well, when's the last time we had Guild Wars, folks? But yeah, if you're going to get any weapon, it would be this one, just to have it, I guess. One of these days, we'll do Guild Wars again, and you'll get to bring out your book every once in a while. Bone Shield. Damage, purple and brown for Kitar. Withering Touch. Steal life from the first enemy. Yeah, I guess you just get the Doomed book. If you're still on that time. So that's the Soulforge. I like the Guard's Avatar for somebody out there who has all the top 10 mythics and they're looking for the next best thing. You want to start getting all the quick clears. It's probably the second thing you would do. First step is, let's get all the top 10 mythics. And then once you have that done, you're like, okay, now let's get all the quick clears. And then when you get all that done, you're like, okay, now let's get all the 50% starts or something. Yeah? Alright, so what's next? Glory Shop? We'll do Glory Shop / Trait Stone. I won't put it yet because I want to look at the chat. Ooh, Sana got the 900 gem drop. Good job. I opened like 50 vault keys last night, and I didn't really get anything too special. I got another major gold. Remember the other day when I got a double major gold? Well, I got another major gold when I was opening vault keys, like off stream. I got like one good gem drop, I think, but it wasn't the 900. It was like a 300. But good job, Sana. That's probably the best thing you can get in the game, I would say. A 900 gem drop. That's almost 1,000. Who doesn't want 1,000 gems? If you could have any reward in the game, resource-wise, I think 1,000 gems is like the best that you could get. So congrats. Alright, we'll do 5110. For the Glory Shop / Trait Stone / whatever. Get your spoils of war! The Gyno Sphinx. 12 blue, yellow, Keytar, monster, jumble the board, create 5 lightning gems, and gain an extra turn. I think anything with an extra turn has potential. So I haven't got to use it yet, but, you know, a jumble with an extra turn. That reminds me of like Mistralis without the damage. So just a mana generator, but it might be okay. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. I always think of that. I don't know why. Like, maybe I should stop thinking like that, but that's the way I think. Like, am I ever going to use this? I don't know. I didn't even use it in the invasion. I kept thinking about it and maybe using it, but it never fit into the team. So far, it's been an option, and I haven't used it. And that's all I can tell you. But it doesn't look bad, either. If you're missing a bunch of other mana-generating options, if you, for some reason, don't have Leprechaun and Thrall and Bogstrider and Wand, you know, it might be useful for you. And you can get it right now with just Glory, so it's not bad. I'm sure it's decent. I just don't know when I'm going to use it. We're getting Arcane Blade Trait Stones. You can get the blue, yellow Trait Stone, as many as you want right now, just with Glory. You also get gold and gold keys and glory keys. It's a good time to get some of those Arcane Trait Stones. Let's go see what you can fully trait with the blue and yellow Trait Stone. Aquaticus does the Submerge. Urali's Poison Gaze. It's one of those mythics where if you don't have it fully traded, it's pretty much useless because it's used for its poison with Scorpius. You got Ironhawk, another one. If you don't have it fully traded, it's useless. So you need to get that trait stone if it uses it. Jotnar does a little barrier. King of the Ravens puts more of the spirit gems on the board for when it explodes them, which is nice. This thing has like some traits. Mistralis. She's not useless without her traits, but her trait is a very nice cherry on top with the whipped cream and chocolate fudge sauce, you know? So you really want her to be fully traded, but she's not useless without it. She's not like an Ironhawk or a Urali, but you definitely want her fully traded. Just saying. Why not? Does Takashaka? Yeah, I mean, some people are only using it for the wild card. That's not the strat I went with, but if you're going to go down that road, you have to have it fully traded. So here's one of the trait stones potentially for you. Stonehammer has that crazy 80% skull. So close. Friday. This Friday. Skatey with the Ice Storm, Snowstorm. Borealis has triple skull damage versus Frozen. 65% skull reduction. Definitely uses this stone. Orrery has the Star Storm. Essentia has the 50% start for dragons. Definitely need that. That might be the first thing you look at. Cedric, if you're a gold farmer for some reason, you're off by yourself, you went back in time in a telephone booth or something and you're gold farming. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, Princess Elspeth. Empowered mana generator. You'll use her sometimes. You don't see her like all the time, but sometimes she's the best option for some things. Bane of Mercy. This is an actual troop that came into the game and everybody was excited and then it got used. I don't see it too often still, but I think it's a useful troop that will be used and is still used and still can be used. Sometimes stuff comes into the game, people get excited, and then you just never see it again. Astral Spirit is empowered. And yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else? No, not really. But that's a decent amount of stuff to get to work on. Save up your glory so you can fully trait stuff. There's orbs these days, so you can trait stuff with the orbs these days, so it's not as crazy. But, you know, if you got glory, why not do it this way and save your orbs for other things? I can see people out there that get orbs and they use them immediately. I don't know if I do that. Sometimes there's other ways. Anyway, let's do the event key drop table. We got Keytar this week, which is, I think, trash. I don't think anybody needs this, so I'm not going to put a chapter. Maybe I'll just add it to the last one. Not that nobody needs it, but I don't know if anybody's going to click on a chapter for it. Alright, we got Ferris, Ra, we got Pharaoh Nefertani, we got Rathamon. You're never going to use any of those, honestly. They're not bad. Like, Rathamon's okay. Not like never, but if you have the option, like if you're in a tight restriction where you got to use an undead divine from Keytar, of course you're going to use Rathamon. But if you're in a yellow restriction or a red restriction or a purple restriction, you're probably not using Rathamon. Ferris Ra, once again, if you went back in time in a telephone booth or something, or you built a DeLorean and you went to the future, then you went back in time, maybe, but most people don't soul farm or gold farm and waste their time these days. Pharaoh Nefertani, death mark a random enemy in Magic 4 or more gems, but it's only single target damage and nobody uses it. Keeper of Souls is old. Apophysis, Empowered Converter. This gets some use like super early game, like every once in a while. I don't know if I'd throw event keys for it, but this is okay sometimes, you know? One of the better commons. But you don't throw event keys for commons and rares and stuff. Kind of wait and throw them for mythics and legendaries, or if you're trying to get Leprechaun or something like that. So Keytar is a no-no. You should not throw event keys at Keytar. Back in the day, this was one of the most important. Yeah, we would. But now you don't. So if you're watching videos from 5 years ago, you might be throwing event keys today. If you're watching current videos, you're not throwing event keys today. Alright, what else is going on this week? Today we got the invasion. You're doing your adventure board, your XP booster, your dungeon. You may start on PvP. Maybe you didn't do the epic trials. Maybe you're smart and didn't do them last time. I did them last time. I fought my way through it. I had to do one of the hardest ones in the game, Keytar. Now they changed it. So if you didn't do it last time, you see it. You know how the game goes. They always make stuff easier. So you had patience. You did not do Keytar, and now you can do it easier. Like, shout out to you for that. So epic trials today. Underspire, maybe get started on that. I think campaign is still going on. Legends Reborn is over, though. Tuesday, Faction Assault, I think, is Fang Moore. Wednesday, we got the giant, little giant guy. No, that's not true. That's my current pet. What do we have? We have the shrinks, I think. I think we have the Shrinks on Wednesday. Thursday, we got Necro. That's the class I'm working on right now, so that's going to be cool. Maybe I can finish it up on Thursday. It's not like a good class, but it's not the worst class either. And then Friday, we got Arena. So, a weekend off for a lot of y'all. And with so much going on in the game these days, I don't blame you. I'm not gonna, like, go crazy and do the Allen Iverson thing. Practice, y'all? What do we talk about? Practice, man? Nobody wants to practice anything. They all just want to copy-paste teams and wipe stuff out in one shot, so nobody's going to play Arena. I'm not a dummy that... Yeah. So, Arena's this weekend. The only good thing about Arena is it doesn't cost anything. Your guild doesn't expect you to do it. It's not as bad as like a Guild Wars where you have to do it and you have to spend gems and you have to do a shop and there is a leaderboard. There's none of that. So Arena is not intrusive. It doesn't make you do anything. So everybody's hating on something. It's like an outside cat. An outside cat that's catching mice, but it's kind of like wandering around your house. If you ran outside and like yelled at that cat, like, get out of here, cat! You get out of here, you stupid cat! You like kick the cat? Why? It's not doing anything to you. Arena's not doing anything to you. It's not hurting you. So quit yelling at it and saying it's the worst event. You know, if you want to do that for Guild Wars or something, where you're forced to do it. Or some event where you have to, there's a leaderboard and you're last. You're last on the leaderboard. Look at your name down there, buddy. Arena, there's no leaderboard. There's no buy-in. There's no guild, nothing. Nobody knows if you did it or not. It's not intrusive. It's the cat outside catching mice. Don't go out and yell at it. Like, quit yelling at Arena. It's fine. Leave it alone. Either you do it or you don't. You don't have to say how it's the worst event in the game and blah, 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 blah. Just leave it alone then. Just leave it alone. It's doing nothing to you. Leave my Arena alone, guys. Leave Brittany alone. I like Arena. I haven't played it in a long time, though, honestly, so... Too much else going on. That's why I don't blame anybody. Alright, what's next? I think we can knock out the campaign real fast. Nobody's going to click on that chapter either. The end was in sight. The penultimate piece has been taken by the Daemons under Kazeel. With the aid of the dwarves there, we recovered it. Got Brawler, win any battle except training. We got Slayer, kill enemies in any battle. We got Gravekeeper, match skulls. Match skull gems in any battle. Should all get done just as you play the game. Getting some Brits. We're getting some more copies of the pet. We're getting a book. We're getting Judgment. Judgment. Just a tarot card. Most of the time you're just going to ignore these. Empress is a good one. But, you know. They used to be used for things. Now it's kind of just collection purposes. Like the Lovers is used for what? It's used for something. I think the Wand, maybe. And there was other cards that used to be used for other things. And all of a sudden, they're not anymore. Judgment. We got some armor. That's cool, I guess, for your Rowan or your Guard's Avatar or your Tesla. Still no magic, though, and we're not getting any. It's almost over. So that's the campaign. Alright, so we got Sauna and Chad. Does either one of y'all want to see PvP, Epic Trials, or Underspire? We are out there just doofing around in the engine, not starting it right now. On a Monday. One of the most popular days. So, Sauna or Chad, what do you want next? PvP? PvP, Epic Trials. Is that all that's left? Epic Trials? Alright, dude. You got it. Appreciate you, man. I don't know if I'm going to like go super far because I already have them done, but they did change the team. So that's a thing. So we'll check it out. Where's Kitar? Kitar! Hi! There you are. So I already did this. Let's make sure, though. Because there's a couple of them where I It like glitched out on me. Just go down to Starry. Starry Pets. See, I'm missing one Billy the Kid. Billy Kid. That was I think either I screwed up or there was a glitch. Sometimes I forget to buy them or I push the wrong button. I've finished every single epic trial all the way through without using a gap. Usually deathless. So if I'm missing any of them, it's from me being stupid and pushing the wrong button, probably. Yep, I got them all. Your Tears Wah, because that one was really hard. And everybody was complaining. So I named it Your Tears Wah. But now it's easier. Alright, we got Tomb Knight. Destroy a column, gain armor, and attack boosted by yellow gems destroyed. Gain barrier. Wow. Well, there's your... You could probably win just with that. Just keep gaining armor and attack. Gain barrier. Boost it up super high and crush them in the face. Skeleton will then put skulls on the board with an extra turn, so you can crush them in the face. Agdom will deal damage to all enemies, boosted by cursed enemies. For every cursed enemy, give a barrier, more barrier. Man, they're really apologizing for this Keytar being one of the hardest ones. Because they're giving you everything you need. Curse and Death Mark the strongest enemy, then destroy a bunch of gems of one of their mana colors. Crazy. Hey, thanks again, Sana. Appreciate you. No longer doofing around. We got it started. Thank you so much. So who would be the tank? Do they got it in the right order? We got 30%. Double skull damage versus knights. Do we got any knights? No. So that doesn't matter. I think early on, maybe you would put Tomb Knight in first slot, just so you can do the gain armor and attack. Unless you want to sacrifice something and just build it up. So it depends on how it's going for you. If something's dying, then throw maybe Tutankhamun in first. And then Tomb Knight in second, and build up your Tomb Knight while that Tutankhamun's dying. And once it dies, you have like a giant tank right there ready to go. But if it's not dying... They might have it in the right order, maybe. I think I'm going to throw Tutankhamun up one. Maybe all the way up here. Why? Because it's a mana generator. So I don't want it getting blocked on blue. This thing's not super important, but it can barrier your whole team. Or it's a random ally, so screw that. This is not the way to win. This thing's just nice. It's nice to, if you get a random barrier. I thought it barriered all. And the skeleton, I want, you know, I don't want it to die, so I want it down here. I like it. But it does gain armor. And it doesn't really... I think I'm going to go like this. Just move Anknum to the bottom. Alright, and as far as the enemies go, that's nothing. Purple and red, that's just annoying. That's nothing. And that's not... They gave you the easiest stuff ever. This is so easy. The enemies do nothing. You're going to take 77 damage every once in a while, and they're going to death mark themselves when they do it. That's the whole team. You're going to get poisoned. Yippity-doo-dah-day, that's like 1 damage. This does nothing but barrier. That's just a kind of annoying. This does literally nothing. And this death marks a random ally. After tickling you. It'll tickle your pickle and then death mark one of its own teammates. There's nothing going on the enemy team. You could probably just put your team in whatever your order you want, because the enemy's not going to kill you anyway. You could do this one, Mark. I bet you could do this one. This one looks like one of the easiest ones now. The only thing we're missing is like a summon. But they gave us like so much barrier that we're not going to die anyway. So get up your Tomb Knight. Blue and yellow. If not, then do purple. If not, then do green. Always take skulls. Blue, purple. Okay, blue, yellow, purple, green. In that order. I mean, skulls could take you out, I guess. But you're going to have barrier, hopefully. Like right now. Destroy a column. That's up and down. We want to hit as much yellow as possible. There's 2 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. There's 2 here with 2 skulls, so... we just got to keep casting that over and over. Yellow and blue. Yellow and blue, if not purple, if not green. Okay, so we cast this. Curse and Death mark the strongest enemy. So we can't decide. Yeah, that cat is mooning. We got 3. Keep skull baiting. Let's get the skeleton. Did I put a chapter in? Hold on. Nope. Now I got it. It's a little bit late, though. If you're looking for Epic Trials, you might want to go back a couple minutes, because I talked about all the troops, and it's just super easy, though, so you're good. Alright, Skeleton you can cast, because you get an extra turn. I mean, it might backfire a little bit, but usually it doesn't. Just take skulls. Blue and yellow, purple, green. Blue, yellow, purple, green. Got the cat's butt. Let's cast the cat's butt. Let's fart on him. Alright, we got 3 yellow right here. 311 attack with a barrier. We don't have anything. It can't hurt to cast Ankdom, like it's going to chip them down, it's going to help out. It's just not the way you're going to win. You're not going to just sit there and cast Ankdom over and over and over and over. I would rather see you cast this over and over and over and over. You'll definitely win. If you're sitting there and casting this over and over and over and over, you might lose. But early on, you might want to. Like, if you're on the very first battle and you never did any trials at all, you might just cast this early. Got 2 there, we got 2 there, we got 3 over here. Now we just need skulls, so we want purple. Purple. Purple, purple, purple. Or skulls. Skulls, thanks. Ooh. Ooh. That was an epic trial. I don't think I'm going to go any further. I mean, I'm not buying that. I already got the full... I wish it would let me skip... Like, if you already have it done, it should let you skip straight to 350. If I already have the pet fully ascended, why not let me, like, try 350 right now? Because I don't want to go through all these battles. I mean, it'll be fun. We can do it. Let's do one more. And put your medals on like seasons. I usually go like all seasons because it's gonna be a long battle, and I don't think that 20% mana helps. Keytar. Let's do another one just for fun. And then maybe tomorrow we'll do more. I got a really busy day today. I gotta hurry. So let's do one more battle just to show you that it's gonna work and be fine. I don't think anybody's scared of this. Like, the enemy is not gonna kill you unless it hits you with skulls. So just be careful with your skulls and you should be okay. There's no damage. They're not doing nothing. Ouch. That might not have been a smart move. They kill my dude too fast. That might be bad. I need to get him up. It's a good start. Let's do this. Ouch. Got him again. 3 over here. Yellow and blue. Ah, he killed himself. Let's keep doing this guy. Tomb Knight. 3. And then we can get some skulls. We got this. Which gave me that. Get a kill. Red extra turn. Blue and yellow. 1, we got 2, we got 2, we got 1, we got 2. Some blue. Some purple. Some skulls. Bunch of green. Ooh, get out of here. We got 1, we got 1, we got 1, we got 3. Crush his face in. The green extra turn. Let's do this. Here's the skulls, we win. So, well, we'll keep going all week with the live streams. Like, tomorrow we'll do 1 or 2, and then Thursday we'll do the final. I don't need to do this at all. I just like it. It's fun. It's supposed to be one of the hardest things in the game, but I think they made it one of the easier ones now, so you should be able to get it done no matter who you are, hopefully. Just don't let them hit you with skulls. They have no other way to do damage. The only guy doing damage is death marking his own team, and then you saw them die twice to their own death mark. So, like, that's not scary. The only thing that's scary is them hitting you with skulls. And you can keep yourself with barrier. Like, strategically cast that barrier if you think you're going to get hit by a bunch of skulls or something. So that was Epic Trials. Let's go do PvP. And then we're done. PvP is usually a lot of the same. And I don't like to switch my teams because I think it's a waste of time. Because most people just pick one spot and they stay there. They're not introducing like so many new silver pets and gold pets and stuff like that. I feel like they keep cycling the same ones over and over and over. So the days of like sitting there and getting a ton of silver marks are going to be over. Unless they add more. Like, if they keep adding more pets, like, that's fine. Like, I don't have them all yet or anything. I'm just kind of slow playing it. Until they... We're in Season 0. We're in the beta of PvP. So I'm not going to blow smoke out of my ears getting silver marks and getting all the pets right now, because I don't even feel like it's a complete game yet. It's not a like I'm not gonna go for the leaderboard either because it's not doesn't reflect reality yet. Like I don't like that kind of stuff. So I'm just doing my goals every week. You know, slow playing it kinda. So I usually find one spot like purple, and I just Diamantina or Stellarix and get my goals done and be done with it. I'm not chasing the marks. You know, you kind of get enough passive silver marks to buy a pet every once in a while. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Here's this. This was like, hey, I want to make a Life and Death Arachnian Weaver team because I think that week Life and Death was like a Silverglade week or something. So it's definitely a team. Like people will use Life and Death Arachnian Weaver. It's not the fastest one though. It's the one I wouldn't say like, let's go to Elf. But if you have to do it, if you're chasing silver marks, there's a team for you. Yeah, I think I put one in. Thank you, Mark. Stormheim. We got the Balder thing. Remember Plague Lord because we can't do all blue. Do that Storm, that Skull Storm. Help your team out a little bit. If you want to use the Onyx Giant, more power to you. It's just not something I like. But it's blue, so it fits. I never show teams with no hero. I feel like 90-something% of people use hero on every team, so I don't like showing teams with no hero unless it's a very... Like, I'm just trying to go super fast on my own in a vault, opening vault keys or something. Maybe I don't use my hero, but when I'm showing teams for a video, I like to show the hero on the team, because 90-something% of people use their hero on every team. And you should. Until you have all the classes at 100, you should use your hero on everything. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to not use your hero until you have all your classes at 100. Alright, here's the blue, I think, right? Yeah. And this one was pretty good. No mythics, no legendary... Like, no mythics, no wand or anything. No Red Macaco, no Dawnbringer. Like, it's a nice little mid-range team, and it works, and it's fast, and it's good. Queen Beatrix is a good option. If you don't have Stellarix or Diamantina, you know, Queen Beatrix is pretty quick. So I went with that for blue. There's tons of options, but... There you go for that. You can always pause the stream. Got human. They're saving all of them so far. I like that. Tesla. This has got to be one of the faster ones. Tesla is like a world record contender for a lot of things. She got buffed a while ago. We had an Adana rework and they buffed her. Then they gave her a pet and gave her more stats. Like, they must like Tesla. They keep buffing her. Do the Tesla thing at human. Another easy one to go fast. Queen Beatrix or Tesla? Then we got Brown. Guard's Avatar. Sir Quentin Hadley. He's in the Soulforge right now. If you want to use him, you just got him, you want to use him, there you go. Another quick team. You got so many. Like, that's why you would never do Elf. And you would never do Unrestricted. Like, why? When you could do human, blue, or this one. And go way faster. Brown. Orc. This is your Eye of Argus if you're on Nintendo Switch or something. They just got Eye of Argus. Not recommended, but if you have to do it, you're chasing silver marks. There you go. If you don't have 3 of them, you do Fist of Zorn and Trick Nala instead. Suncrest. Oh yeah, it's my little experimental team, but it's like I was trying it, but I never go to it, so now I never use it. So I still haven't like tweaked it or anything, but if you want to try it too, there you go. The storms are like messed up. I need to mess with this team more. But I was trying to do like a Phoenicia Ruby Wrath combo with 2 mana generators. So if you want to try it, you want to like fix it for me, go for it. It's like I want Phoenicia to have a red storm when I cast her, is the problem. She's kind of just a finisher, and I don't know. Damon! This one's another good one. You got a bunch of good ones this week. Marilith Scourge, Double Scourge, Wand here. Another good one. Another fast one. Another easy one. Another one you should pick. You got a lot of those. But you got purple, so why would you do any of that when you could do Diamantina or Stellaryx? But I know there's people out there that don't have Diamantina, don't have Stellaryx. So go do the Tesla one, go do the Guard's Avatar one, go do the Scourge one, yeah. Go do the Queen Beatrix one. I'm going to sit here and do this one. Over and over and over. I'm going to do 5,700 divided by 7. Every day. Which is like around 800. Which doesn't take that long. You get... That's probably 15 battles, maybe... It's 10 to 15 battles. And they go... You can do 2 a minute, probably. If you just do a little bit every day, you only have to do PvP for like 10 to 15 minutes a day. Instead of like saving it all for the last day, and now you're doing way more, like an hour and a half. And that's when you get burnout and annoyed, when you have to do an hour and a half of PvP, or else you won't get your goal. Like, you want to get it done, but you're also, like, annoyed that you have to do so much. But it's like, it's either that or not get your PvP goal. Then if you wait till Sunday and you get your PvP goal and you collect it, now you got a gold booster and a soul booster. And you're like, oh, man, now I got an hour of that, so I got to play for a whole another hour. Like, it's definitely recommended to do a certain amount of PvP each day, because when it's all said and done, and if you collect it, you're going to get your gold and soul booster, and now it's going to force you to play for a whole another hour, or else you're going to waste it. Or you just don't collect it. But then you can't do the 5,700 thing, right? You like have to collect 19 to get that extra 1,000 VP, so then you can make it to 20 to get the last one. I don't know if it works if you just like leave it up on 19 and then let it go to your mail. So I always get nervous and I like collect it, and then it forces me to do the gold and soul booster. So it adds a whole nother hour onto my day. If it's late on a Sunday night and I'm finishing up PvP, and then I collect my PvP goals, I'm like, crap! I gotta play for another hour, or else I'm gonna waste a whole gold and soul booster. It's not the end of the world, but it's like, it's something you don't really want to waste. So then I go open vault keys for like an hour, and I'm like, oh well. I guess I might as well. Or I go finish the Underspire and try to get some Sentinels. I use the rest of my torches or something like that. That's what I was doing last night, honestly. That just happened last night. I got my PvP done, I got my Golden Soul Booster, and it was late at night, and I was like, dang, not to go a whole nother hour. So I sat there and I used all my torches, and then I opened 50 vault keys. With that hour. That's all your PvP teams! I think that's about it, unless y'all have any questions. That was Invasion, Teams, and the weekly preview. I don't think did I miss anything? Underspire I always do on Tuesday. We'll do that along with the faction event. You know, I think I did everything you guys let me know. Before I get out of here. Gotta win 5 PvP battles. Got some gems there, some event keys. Here, I'll run my dungeon. Like I'll pick them. Nope. If I could just get one perfect this week, I could have Stellaryx sooner. I haven't had a perfect in a while. $902. 200 to go. 200 to go, and Sinnycool, the free-to-play, gets Stellaryx. And Diamantina. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying before I go. Poison is a joke, especially in epic trials where everybody's stats are so high. Like, the only place poison is any good is in arena. Like, you could make poison work in arena. Or if you're doing the Rally Scorpius thing where something's doing an instant kill because they're poisoned. Poison is, like, terrible otherwise. I think it might knock your barrier, but other than that, like, you could be technically, poison could do this or that, but most people are, like, wiping stuff out in one. Nobody's sitting there thinking, oh, if I do this, it'll knock their barrier, and then I can do that, and usually, hopefully you're not having to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that, and this and that, and this and that. Because most of the time you're just... That's this game. This game is just a machine gun of grinding. Jay Shar got gifted. Mark Joey, haven't seen you in a minute, I feel like. Good to see you. Cat, good day. Sana says, I'm still breathing and doing okay. Thanks for asking. How are you? No problem, Sana. Tyrion says, because you can get 5 more free pets if you didn't buy or orb to max first time, so we could potentially have 10 free copies of this pet now and first upgrade free. And 6 additional copies. That's true. Yeah, if you wanted to do it like the whole slow, like... And I like that. Yeah, I guess you could keep doing it and doing it and doing it. It would take a long time, but... Guess you can get them all for free eventually. The no, right, Chad? JM Rick says, good morning, dude. Tyrion says, blue, Diamantina Stella, Essentia, hero with explode weapon, and dragon that empower converts. Yeah, I already did that for purple, so I didn't want to, like, do Diamantina for every single color, you know? I usually pick one to show for the... If I was gonna, like, on my own... go do a different color, I would probably do exactly what you said, though. I don't know if I would or wouldn't, but let's say I didn't do a video, and I went to PvP, and I went to blue, and I wanted to just hurry up. I would probably do a Diamantina. You're probably right. That's probably like the fastest team. But when I'm showing 10 different PvP teams, I don't want it to be Diamantina, 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 and Diamantina. Why not open one and fight? Because I don't need anything from the dungeon except for Dragonite. So I'm not going to get Dragonite from fighting the battle. It's one of those do as I say, not as I do. You should do that. You should open the fight and fight it. Because you need diamonds, you need jewels, you need shards, you know? For me, it's like annoying. It's annoying to fail every single day and not get a perfect for months and months on end. So I'm like, I'm not even going to do the battle. I'm not even going to do it. If I fail, if I get a perfect, I'm doing it. If I have an XP booster that says to do the dungeon, I'll do it correctly. If there's another reason on top of, instead, like, other than getting diamonds and jewels and shards, if there's another reason, I will do the battles. But it's kind of like my little boycott to the game. I have all the mythics. I have a super big stack of diamonds. I don't need any jewel. Look right there. It's on the screen. I got 37,765 diamonds. I got 790,346 shards. Like, I just don't need the thing that... When I fight the battle, if I get the thing, I don't need it. So it annoys me to fail and not get a perfect. So I'm like, middle finger, I'm not doing any of those fights. I'm not going to sit here and be cursed and jinxed and silenced and annoyed while I fight these battles for the thing I don't even need. So unless I got a perfect or the XP booster tells me to do the dungeon, I'm not doing it. So if I open a fight and I have an XP booster or I got a perfect, of course I'm going to fight it so I don't get a trap. Like, I'm not dumb. I'm not going to, like, get a trap and then fight the fight. I'm going to, if I reveal a fight as my first pick, you guys should fight that fight so you don't get a trap and then it's easier. If you reveal another fight after that on your second pick, fight the fight. Get it done. You need diamonds. You need jewels. You need shards. I already did that. I've been playing this game for 7 years, so I already did the dungeon for 6 years straight. And got all the mythics and all the legends. I have every single troop in the game. And even if you say, nah, actually, you don't have this troop. Well, I got 37,765 diamonds, 790,346 shards. Like, I'm sure I can get it, whatever it is. So it annoys me so much that I fail every single day that I'm not fighting the battles unless I have to. And then if I do have to, I'll do it the right way. When I reveal a fight, I'll fight it. That way I don't have a trap. And that's what you guys should do. Chad says, I need 2 more Cosmic Dragons before I can craft the rest. Well, good luck. I hope you get them. Cortex is here. Your first few matches lasted when you first started the game. Not too long because I just did Rowan and... Brrr. You know, when I had Goblins, maybe, when I was like level 10 or something. I've done new account playthroughs, Cortex. I did 2 of them. I didn't have very much trouble. So if you play the game correctly, you'll be okay. Go down to the underworld and get Queen Beatrix, King Gobtruffle, the Miraji Queen, Shaggorath, Gargoyle, you know, Magma Dragon. It definitely takes longer, though, you're right. Everything takes longer because you're not as high of a level. It's like expected. But some things are not as... They just... Now it takes you a couple more hits. You know? You cast the cast one more time. It's still the same strategy. It's just you're doing it more. That epic trial, they're doing nothing, if that's what you're talking about. The one guy poisons, the other one jumbles, the other one does whatever, nothing, and the other one kills himself. Like, you should be able to get it done. But yeah, I've done new account playthroughs, so I know how it feels to be a beginner. We're gonna do another one, I think, pretty soon. I'm almost done with Elden Ring. If you were watching yesterday, I killed, Margot. So there's like one more area. I almost thought that was the end of the game because they were showing me the throne, they were showing me the tree, they were talking about all the other bosses and all the other demigods and how they failed and stuff, and this was the guy that like killed all those bosses, and then I killed him, and I'm like, all right, now I'm the king, right? They're like, nope, you got to go to this other place now, but that other place, this other new place has to be the last place. So we're like on the last level of Elden Ring now. So once that's done, new account playthrough, puzzle quest, Jim's likes, whatever. We're going to do something. But yeah, I'm out of here. You guys are the best. Thank you. What up, Mike D? Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Get about channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for joining me today. Sana, Mike D, Tyrion, Anita, Cortex, Tyrion, Sana, JMRix, Mark, Livewire Cat, Mark Joey, Tyrion, J Shar. Thanks again, Sana. Appreciate you keeping it going. Keeping those doors open, the lights on, like literally. It's literal at this point. Supernova. This is the last month. If we fail this month, it's over. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Brian Walker, Mark Effley, Stacy, Supernova, Mark, the Ides of March. We're doing good so far, though, so I'm trying not to be a dummy. Effley, a stupid dummy head. Stacy, Chad with the 2 getting us started today. Mark, Funky Town, Texas. Thank y'all for being here. It was Sana, Funky Town, then Stacy. Alright, cool, Mike D. I hope you enjoy it. Good luck with your dailies. Yeah, it was fun, dude. I was getting wrecked. Till I found that summon, I was getting wrecked. Like, I mean, we did pretty good on our first try. But before that, like in the capital, there was a point where I could not find the way to go. And I was just like, I was getting mad. I was starting, my blood was starting to boil. Then all of a sudden, I tried to climb a dead dragon. Like, there's all these doors and gates and ways to go, and there's switches and elevators and hallways, and there's like a million different ways to go, right? And I'm like, well, one of these ways, you could be on the rooftops. You would think like one of these ways, there's ladders you climb. I was trying everything. I was climbing ladders, trying gates, trying doors, going down hallways, jumping on the rooftops, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, after I tried everything else, I tried climbing this dead dragon. Like, it didn't even look like steps or nothing. It just, I tried it. Like a thing you try. I'm going to try to jump onto this dragon. And it was the place you had to go. It was crazy. So I climb to the top of a dragon. I go on like a branch, and then it lets me go into the castle. And then I get in there and I open the actual door, and then I go down and I go in the door. Like, it was crazy. Like, of course. Of course it's the last place you check, like always. You lose your remote control for your TV, it's always the last place you look. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I got a super busy day, and other people are, like, adding stuff to it, and it's annoying. Or else I'd just keep streaming, because I like hanging out with y'all. And it's Monday, and I'm sure there's a lot you guys have questions about. But we'll be back tomorrow. So if you have any questions, fire them at me tomorrow. We'll do the faction, we'll do the Underspire. And maybe another epic trial battle or something, because that was kind of fun. Didn't even matter. I'll see y'all. Have a good day. You're the best. Peace out. Guard's Avatar, not bad. Not bad. Make sure you have all the top 10 mythics, though. Invasion, super easy. Arena? Don't yell at my arena. Arena did nothing.